Welcome! Today I want to talk to you about using a play microwave to work on speech and language skills. Whether you're a parent or a speech and language pathologist, I hope that you find these tips and suggestions helpful. And if you have any questions, as usual, you can leave me a question or send me an email with specific questions. So today we're going to talk about how I use the microwave in therapy. So first of all, using a play microwave, you can work on a variety of skills and working with different clients ranging from really young who are just pre-verbal or starting to use words to those who are speaking at the sentence level, and you can actually work on articulation or just increasing utterance length. So first of all, when we get the microwave out, as usual, as we discussed in our last video, we work on some of these repetitive verbal routines. So when I first get out the microwave, we work on opening. So as we play with a microwave, there's so many steps that a child has to do. So we start with open door. And again, as with the little ones, when we just start out, you may be working on them signing open or imitating open or then having the phrase open door. And as usual, we would go, oh, okay, are we ready? Ready, set, open door. Open! Yes! And you would do that over and over again. Use a lot of verbal repetition and giving them that visual prompt of open. And again, we want to raise our eyebrows so they can see that you're expecting them to say something. And over time, typically they will fill it in. So the fun part about the microwave is that when we push a button, we press start, the little plate here turns and we can put a variety of food items in here. So when we do that, we work on requesting or labeling. So I typically have my foods. I like to use the ones that you can cut, so that adds another step to the play routine. So for example, I would give the child a choice. Oh, do you want a strawberry or a banana? Which one should we cook? Oh, I don't know. Let's see. So the child doesn't have as much pressure and doesn't have to do the rapid naming by me giving them the labels already. So strawberry or banana, now they can just pick. So as the child, depending on what level they are, they might be pointing, which is a great step for early communication, or they might imitate. For strawberry or banana, maybe it might be nana, and that's okay. Again, here we're just working on the early communication steps. If you have an older child, you may be working on using a full phrase like, I want strawberry, please, or a full sentence. So after we pick which one, we get to put it in the microwave. So here again, we're working a lot of functional language, such as put in and also prepositions, which is such a great thing that we can work on so many different goals. So put in, take out, things like that. I may do something silly, but okay, I put it in. Oh, no, it's not in? Oh, okay, I put it on top. I need to put it in the microwave. Gotcha. So doing simple little things like that and getting the child to smile, laugh, will just encourage this little play routine and make it more fun. So as we put it in, the child gets to push or pick a button. And you push, ready, set, go. Oh my goodness, it's cooking. Cook, 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 cook. Again, another great verbal routine. You can do cook, 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 or turn, 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 turn. Or also, really important for the little ones is working on waiting. Waiting is such a difficult skill to teach, and little ones do not have that much patience, so this is a great tool to teach that. So again, as we're waiting, you want to keep their attention going by encouraging them like with excitement, being, oh my goodness, it's almost ready, let's see, oh, okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, it's ready, woohoo! Just make it extra fun to really get them to stay engaged and attend to the activity. So once it beeps, we work on, okay, what should we do? And then the child would hopefully eventually say, open door. And this is, again, we already practiced it at the beginning, and now we're doing it again. It just gives you so many trials to use those functional phrases. So open door, take out, or get out. And then if you're working on sentences, I get it out. And then if you want to, you can work on cutting it. If we have a little cutting board, we may do, okay, I cut, and we can take turns. I cut. Whose turn is it? Your turn. And the child can then use his or her utterances to say my turn, or I cut, I do. A lot of functional language skills just through this little activity. So after we pick the item, I typically, when we get it out with the really little ones, just to get some more vocalizations, I work on it being hot. So we'll be like, oh, hot, hot, hot. What should we do? What should we do? And the child may show you, or if you've already done this, they will blow because it's so hot. Okay, let's blow. And that's a great one for little ones who may have difficulty with lip rounding. Just getting them to blow and working on hot, hot. So that's just another little fun step. Next, we typically have some friends sitting with us, some animals. I like to use a little dino and working on feeding him. So, okay, should we feed Dino? I think Dino is hungry. Okay, ready? Here he goes. Yummy. So you have a lot of little phrases here. You could also use verbal routines for the eating. Maybe things like, okay, he's gonna eat, 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 yum, yum. And just do it over and over again so the child eventually fills that in. If I'm losing the kid's attention, I may just pull out Dino and have him steal the food, like, oh no, what happened? Did he steal the food? Oh my goodness, what should we do? Should we get more food? So that's another thing we can do. Also, as we mentioned earlier, we can work on turn taking. So for the next thing, it may be my turn to pick what food I want to microwave. And again, this is a great one for teaching a lot of prepositions and pronouns. So I, my turn, you, your turn. Sometimes I will pull out a boy and a girl doll or like figurines, and I'll put them down, and then we will work, oh, whose turn is it? He or she, or his turn, her turn, as well as feeding who's gonna get the banana, he or she. So that's another way to work on pronouns. Also, we may want to work on feeding mommy if mommy's in the room, or if you're doing teletherapy, you may be working on having the child feed someone else in the family, feed the dog, just to increase that joint attention and turn-taking skills. Another thing that we can do is working on receptive language. So receptive language is what we hear and us following directions or pointing to items, showing that the child understands what you're saying. And that's usually before you can expect any expressive language skills. You want to make sure the child understands the concepts or words receptively. So with the early young ones, you may have them just point to the food and say, okay, point to banana or point to corn. And then later on, you may work on one-step directions such as give me carrot, or two-step directions, pick up carrot and put it in the microwave. You may even go up to three-step directions for the older kids, such as, okay, I want you to stand up, pick up a banana and put it on your head. Things like that. So as you can see, you can work on so many language concepts with this toy. Also, just with the basic play routine, you want to teach your little one to do and complete a full play routine. So that means from picking up the microwave, opening it, selecting an item, putting it in, closing it, starting it, taking it out, and eating. So that's a lot of steps for the little ones. And it seems really easy to us, but we really have to teach these things to the little ones. So again, wonderful tool. If you don't have a microwave, you may have a kitchen at home or in the clinic. So that's something you can use as well and pretend that it's beeping or turning. In general, we like to use toys that do not have sound effects because it encourages the children to make their own. So that's another tip when you're selecting toys. Try to grab something that doesn't have too much technology with it so the children use their own sounds to vocalize. Just like with cars, instead of the car making wee-oo, wee-oo, or vroom, 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 it's much better for the child to pretend to make these sounds. So that's basically it. We've covered a lot of different things we can work on. Just to summarize, you can work on receptive skills, expressive language skills, so speaking, labeling, requesting, turn taking, prepositions, pronouns, you name it. Wonderful activity. Hope you enjoyed it. If you have any questions, message me or comment below. I hope this was helpful. So have a good day. Bye.